They're living in very desperate situations. Kibera itself is just an amazing place. It's 550 acres where there are 800,000 to 1 million people living. Shanties built on top of one another, dirt paths between the shanties, often enough with open sewers running down them.
Schools, they're not enough for them. Hospitals are not there even. The roads are impassable. The situation, as you can see, is so drastic.
The students come to us and they share with us the experiences of how their guardians are not helping them much. They're actually giving them a lot of problems, like they're battering them, such challenges, or they're overworking them so they cannot do their homework. So they feel very, very discouraged.
When you don't have family, or when you don't have parents, it is already a very devastating situation to find yourself in. And then to find yourself living in slums with so little wherewith to get food, to feed yourself, to clean yourself, it's not affirmative, right? So these children already experience themselves being at the age that they don't matter.
The way I said, most of them, they have lost hope. And now in the school now you find they can now eat, they can experience, because we give them lunch. They take also tea there. Some of them even at home they have nothing to eat. So with this small food they get also, is also giving them also happiness.
Maybe for the first time in their lives they are coming to a place where someone is willing to help them, someone is willing to listen to them, someone takes them seriously, meaning values them. And I think psychologically that's very important.
It's also trying to bring about the ideas of education for service, not just education for maybe individual progress, the fulfillment of individual ambitions and the like, but education that moves the person to also work with the people around him, to help the people around them.
I was born in the slum myself. I still live in the slums myself. When they look at me as having lived in the slums, having made it to the university, I think they see that it's even with them it is possible for it to happen.
There's a character formation that's happening here. These students actually know that they're people of value. And in the short time of 2 years, somehow, these teachers have made that known to them. They stand tall. They are poised, they're articulate.
You can see it in the way they talk and the way they move and the desires they express for what they would like to do with their lives in the future.
When I grow up, I would like to be a journalist.
When I grow up, I would like to be an accountant.
I would like to be a surgeon and also to help other people who would wish to have education, but due to lack of finance, they can't make it.
Our school model is to learn, to love, and to serve. Okay? And we can really take that from St. Aloysius himself, who was himself a student at the time of his death, but a student that wasn't just learning, just trying to get ahead for himself, but while he was studying, was trying to love others, to care for others, to serve others. We're trying to instill that in our students right now as students and for the future. Most of the students arrive around 7:30 in the morning when we unlock the school because they want to study before class. At 8:20, one of the students in each classroom leads a 5-minute prayer, and then they begin their day. They take just an unbelievable number of subjects. Freshmen and sophomores take English and Swahili. They take history and geography. They take business studies, Christian religious education, mathematics, biology, chemistry, physics, not combined but as different classes. So that's their curriculum. We're providing, I think, a very good education, a college preparatory education, an education that's inspired by ideals of Ignatian spirituality, Christian values, and we're doing that for $750 per student per year, and that includes paying the teachers, it includes the breakfast and the lunch we provide. So I think this is an example of how a small amount of money compared to what a high school education would cost here in the United States can make such a difference for these students, but also their families, which they're going to be able to help once they would finish their education.
Education is empowerment, and the only way we can kick out poverty is by educating these children, teaching them to see that this is not the way they are supposed to live. They can live a better life, and that is only through education.
We've had this vision of building a school that will really serve our students well, a permanent school.
While there's tremendous spirit and tremendous will, tremendous dedication and enthusiasm, to this point I've not seen many physical resources. Their science lab is empty. Most of the students do not have textbooks. The classrooms, you have seen them, they're crowded, there's no light, there's no ventilation. I mean, a new school would just provide so many advantages and resources, not only for them, but for the additional students who would be welcomed.
They'll have a place where the whole student body can gather together, which we don't have now. We only have the individual classrooms at the present time. They'll have a library, they'll have a couple of computer labs, and they'll have science labs where they can do their science experiments. I think they'll be proud of it, and that in itself adds something that they'll feel, you know, this is a place where we can really learn.
It gives us joy, all of us. If we see them, they are happy and they are able to continue in life. In itself, that one is enough for me. And I will encourage anyone who is willing to support. It is a very good way of reaching out to these people. It's giving them a new life.
We are happy that they are interested in our concern. We are happy that the tears that people cry here touch their hearts. Really, my dreams are part of God's dreams, and therefore already there are great possibilities of fulfilling them.
What we see here is a great opportunity, the possibility to do some good, some very needed good in a neighborhood that needs that help. But this doesn't come easy. Nothing as great as this enterprise comes without a cost. But the cost is realistic, and we think we can meet it with your help.
There has been a great deal of progress at St. Aloysius since the school began in 2004 and the making of the video which we have just viewed in 2006. Our first students graduated in 2006, and we recognized that it is important to continue to accompany our graduates in order to realize our goals. Our graduates engage in 6 months of community service after graduation during the gap period before they would take up college studies. Then, we sponsor our graduates for college so that they are able to escape the cycle of poverty and can become truly productive members of society. The cost for each student per year is $1,200, whether for high school or for the graduate program. In addition, we have been able to realize our dream of building a permanent school, which was opened in May of 2010. We are grateful to so many generous people who have enabled St. Aloysius to continue to develop. We continue to rely on your prayerful support so that we can keep providing a quality Ignatian education to the 35 girls and 35 boys from backgrounds of devastating poverty, whom we accept as high school freshmen each year as we journey with them through their high school and college years on the way to realizing our goal of forming men and women for others. Thank you for your support.